Beyonce, how did you get a giant horse? But she's Beyonce, so she can make it happen if she wanted to. And I'm just looking like, what is going on? Why is everybody screaming? I'm like, what is Jay-Z? Did Jay-Z show up? All right, y'all give it up for the twins. America has a problem. Hi, Danielle Prayer here. And for this video, I'm going to review my experience at Beyonce's Renaissance World Tour concert here in Chicago. She was here, for me, it was yesterday, July 23rd. There's several different details, different things that stood out to me. America has a problem. This was not my first time seeing Beyonce in concert. I saw her with Destiny's Child, and I saw her with Jay-Z on the Run 2 tour, which was, I think it was 2019, I want to say, or maybe 2018. It's one of those, 2018 or 2019. Let me just go over my first impressions of when we first arrived to the concert field, okay, the stadium. So if you don't know anything about Chicago, Soldier Field Stadium it's a huge stadium where they play football. So we first took the train and then we took the bus, right? So while we were riding the bus to the stadium, we started seeing the fans, okay? The fans. They showed up and the outfits, let me just say, the outfits were well put together and well thought out. There was definitely a pattern and a theme. There was a lot of black and silver and gold and rhinestones and a lot of those big hats with like the dangle rhinestones hanging off of them. There was people with sparkly hats, sparkly black hats on, and a lot of denim with like rhinestone tassels on them. It was just a lot of shine and glitter. So let me just say, before I went, like I didn't look up anything about, oh, what should I wear? I didn't Google anything or look on Instagram or whatever or what I should wear, because I'm just like, okay, it's a concert. It's Beyonce's concert. Of course, I want to look great. I want to be comfortable, right? So I decided to wear something that reminded me of a favorite song from the album, which for me is Alien Superstar. So in my mind, I'm thinking, I want to wear something colorful. I know black and like the silver and stuff like that and the crystals is a theme with the Renaissance, but I honestly was not feeling like wearing black yesterday. Obviously, I feel like wearing it today. But I like to dress based on my mood. You know what I mean? So that's what I did. I put on like this colorful, like reptilian, alien like top, and then I had like the little headband and like the little teal earrings. And I had on my platform Crocs and I was comfortable and I felt cute and that's what I wore. So when we're riding, I'm seeing all these people with all the clothes I told you they're wearing. They're wearing booty shorts and short dresses and long dresses and beaded tops, beaded dresses over like shorts and bras, and it was just wild, right? And then a little part of me was like, oh, maybe I should have worn like my glitter stuff, my black. I have like the sequin black top with like silver sequin on the front and they sparkle and glitter. Honestly, I forgot about that yesterday. I totally forgot about it. But I really like what I wore. My sister, she had this beautiful rhinestone headpiece. Is absolutely gorgeous. Like think of like Whitney Houston in The Bodyguard, like that little headpiece. And I don't know if you're familiar with Under the Cherry Moon, like the Prince movie, and his love interest, she actually had on like one of those sparkly headpieces. So it was something like that. And then she had on her black jumpsuit with like these diamond looking front buttons. And then she had a cozy printed on the back, a sublimation that she put on the back of her jumpsuit. It was absolutely cute. The next thing that I noticed was it's not that I was shocked at all, but just think of like when you think of like large crowds of people, it's summertime, it's warm, there's a lot of people. You easily think of people being irritable, whatever. But I didn't see or hear any of that. Like nobody bumped into me, nobody was rude. You know what I mean? Like I've had people brush up against me, but I heard people say, I'm sorry, excuse me. It was nothing like rude. I didn't feel anybody was like rushing or like mean or rude. None of that. It was just peaceful and everybody just seemed so happy to be there, just excited. Like everybody was looking at everybody's outfit. You want that. You want people to be kind to each other and nice and sweet. Next thing is the amount of people that were there. There's a sea of people. It was supposed to start at 8 o'clock. So, people are still coming in, whatever. And we're trying to get to our seats. But our seats are high up. We're kind of up high, y'all. Okay. We are up high, like in the nosebleed section. So it's myself, it's my sister and my two nieces. So it's four of us. And we start walking to our seats up in the stadium, and we get to our section and we look up, and it looks like it's like going straight up like this. And I'm literally I started having like a minor like panic attack. I'm like, oh my God. And then you see all these people just sitting there, just sitting. It's just, I was so scared. We were all scared to just walk straight up. And I had on these Croc platform shoes. I was just like so terrified. But anyway, we made it up to our seats. The concert was supposed to start at 8 p.m. So we're sitting there, okay? We're at our seats at about 8 o'clock, and we're sitting. And then 8:30 rolls around, and then it is like 8:45, and then 8:50. Then we're like, okay, we're sure she's going to come on at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock rolls around. So then it gets to about like 9:20, 9:15, 9:20, right? And I'm scared to go down these stairs because it's so high and it's starting to get really, really dark. And I don't want it to get too dark to where I'm too terrified to leave to go to the restroom, right? And I'm also like, but I don't want her to come out and start performing while I'm in the restroom. Like that would be so messed up. So I tell my niece, I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's just go to the restroom. Let's go right now. Let's go. So we go, whatever. It was pretty quick. And then we come back. Still no Beyoncé out. Still nothing. Before she came on, there was a lot of false alarms. So the crew would come out. You can see them on the stage. They come out. They have like their flashlights and stuff. And then the smoke machines would start going off, or a light would start flashing or something. And then the crowd would just start cheering and start going crazy, and then it started to settle down. They were testing the whole time up until 9:30. From 8 o'clock to 9:30, they were testing things, testing the little cameras and all of that. So it was a lot of cheering, the false alarms with no rewards. And a lot of looping of the same songs over and over again, that people kept clapping because they thought it meant that she was about to come out. And it's like, no, she's not coming out yet. Finally she comes out, right? And we go crazy. Everybody's like screaming and cheering, like, oh my God, Beyonce, there she is. Oh my God. And she was like, oh, I love you, Chicago. So everybody's like cheering. We're happy she's out. So she comes out in this beautiful blue outfit. It's like I think it's it was like a blue dress, a blue mini dress. And she had her hair long, and she had on these cute little blue shoes that matched the dress. And she looked like a tiny little doll. It was just so adorable. And then at one moment, they had like this fan blowing. It started blowing, and her little hair was like blowing in the wind. It's like, yes. First song that she started singing was Dangerously in Love. So after she said, I love you, Chicago, she started to transition into Dangerously in Love. Okay. And I was just so excited because that's one of my favorite songs of hers. It was beautiful. She did an amazing job. Like, it reminded me, it was one performance she did like in the early 2000s. I forget. I'm not sure if it was BET or MTV or something. I don't remember, but it was flawless, and it reminded me of that when she was doing like the operatic runs, and all of that. It was just absolutely gorgeous and perfect, and she killed like every note. It was beautiful, and it sounded like she was singing live. That's what it sounded like to me. It sounded live. So the sound quality was amazing. In between people screaming where you can't hear most of the music because people are screaming at certain parts, in between like the silence of the crowd, it was great. And also the lighting was phenomenal. Like every song just about had like its own different color, its own types of lights. There was lasers, there was little circles, there were different colors. There was green, there was red, there was white lights, there was I think there was pink too. There was pink lights too. There was fog, a lot of smoke. Pyrotechnics, like it was amazing. There was a lot of sparks and fireworks. I think there was fireworks. It was like fireworks coming out of the stage. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about fire, lights, whatever. But there was a lot of sparks, a lot of bursting of things on the stage. This is like high class, probably some of the best pyrotechnic engineers or specialists there are were probably working on this concert, okay? Because everything, the lights, everything was just so smooth and just crisp. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Another thing about this tour that was absolutely amazing is the use of the robotics. So she had like these little robots on the stage that would be like moving around her. And it was absolutely stunning. Like it's so different. And like that's something new, right? Nobody has really seen that. And if anybody has done it, let me know in the comments. But I never knew anybody to do that. And plus, now with all of the artificial intelligence and the advancement of technology, I just think is perfect that she is keeping up with the way that things are going. Like she's staying on top of it. Like the robots are taking over, y'all. That's sad to say. Robots are here. They're here to stay. And she's making use of it. Like she's putting it into her art. She's using it, okay? And it gets attention because it's something unique. You have like these robots moving around you to your song. That's some wild stuff. I know I touched on the blue outfit, but she had on several other outfits too that were absolutely beautiful. Another one that kind of stood out was the one with it was like the dress changing colors. Now, the thing with that, I didn't really get that good of a view of it, but I did see parts of it on the screen. But I wish that I could have seen that like straight on. I think that would have been amazing. Now, that was a spoiler for me. Like when she first started the tour, I did watch a few of the videos. I didn't watch them all the way through. I watched little clips of different things as far as the outfit change and some of the outfits. But after I watched a couple of those videos, I'm like, okay, YouTube, stop recommending this stuff to me because I do not want to spoil my experience. Like, I don't want to know anything about the track list. I know it's the Renaissance, but I don't know what other song she's going to do. I don't want to know, blah, blah, blah. So I stopped watching. I didn't watch anymore after that day. And so I kind of went in just kind of like, just open. And if you're going, why are you watching this? You're ruining it. You're spoiling it for yourself. Okay. Click off. Wait, no, don't click off. That won't be good for reviews. Give a like. The Dancing Twins, they came out, they did their thing. They had on some cool outfits. I think there was even one outfit where it was like silver, and I think they had on like these robotic looking masks, and they were like both doing their thing. They were getting it. Okay, they came out a few times. They did a great job. Wonderful. They were great with like the energy, like the shift of the energy in between transitionings of songs. And I see why she has them there because they know what they're doing. They know how to garner attention from a crowd. They know how to keep with the energy. What I would like to do is go over the set list of the songs. So obviously, she did songs from the Renaissance. However, she also did other songs as well, songs that we know and love, songs that were hits, right? So I'm just going to go over the track list. So, like I said, she did Dangerously in Love, which was absolutely stunning. And then she did one of my favorite songs, Flaws and All, okay? She started singing that, and I'm just like, oh, are you kidding me? I love that song, okay? If copyright was not an issue, I would be singing it right now, but I am not about to sing it. So she also did a Tina Turner tribute. She did River Deep, Mountain High. Okay, absolutely beautiful song. It's very cinematic and epic and just beautiful. And it's a perfect song for Beyonce to sing because, like Beyonce said, she is heavily, heavily inspired by Tina Turner. After the Tina tribute, she started to transition to get us ready for the Renaissance. Okay, so they had like the different visuals on the screen, and she was like, "Welcome to the Renaissance." And she was like, let me see, I wrote it down. She said, "I close my eyes and travel through realms of space and time." It was just like so like otherworldly. First song was "I'm That Girl." And then after "I'm That Girl," she did "Cozy." So on "Cozy," she had like the robots started moving around her and stuff like that, like the silver robots. That was so cool, like I mentioned before. And then, oh my God, another moment that I just, oh, which inspired me completely. Like this song, this is my favorite song from her album. Okay. Alien Superstar. Like, I resonate with that song so much because I've always felt out of place. And I don't know, that song is just great. And it just makes you feel like you can look how you want to look. You can express yourself in the way that you want to express yourself. You can go after what you want to go after without feeling like you need permission. You know what I mean? Like we have like imposter syndrome. And I feel like that song just makes you just like unleash and like, I can do this. Like I was born for this. I was born for this. I'm the only Ashley Danielle Prayer in this world. I am the only one, and everybody else are the only ones of them. And we all have our thing. I got my thing. You got your 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 thing in my Oprah voice. We all have our own thing, right? And that song resonates with me so much, right? Like Alien Superstar, she killed it on that song. And a performance, I was singing, I was screaming. For that song, she had like green lights and like she had like these laser lights, like these green laser lights. Oh, like Alien. It was absolutely insane. Like, it was great. Okay. Like, I don't have any other words but to say it was great. It was amazing. It was wonderful. Like, I'm running out of all of these positive, out of all these positive adjectives. Okay. Okay. Forgive me. I'm still a little high from that concert. Okay. Literally and figuratively, because people were smoking and the smoke was blowing straight up into our faces. Let me just say that. And my allergies started to go crazy. But I'm not even about to go into that. But besides that, let's get back to Beyonce. And then the twins came out and danced. Okay, they did their thing. And then she did Cuff It. And then she did Energy. All right. Oh, Energy. Okay, so the thing that I love about the Energy performance, it reminds me. Okay, so there was like this circle of the stage. You probably seen pictures of it, videos of it, but there's a circle, okay, around the stage that they can walk around, that the dancers can walk around, and they were doing like their fancy little walk, like, "Mm, I'm just so, like, just so regal." You know what I mean? Like, I'm a queen. I'm this. I'm that, and they're just walking. You know what I mean? Like that. It reminded me of, I don't know if you ever seen The Wiz. You should have seen The Wiz. I think everybody should see The Wiz. Anyway, there's this part of the movie when they're dancing to colors. There's like the green and red and gold, and they were walking, around in the way that Beyonce and her dancers were walking. It's like very, very regal around to the colors, and then the lights were shining on them, and the colors were changing their outfits in The Wiz. And this reminded me of them. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she was inspired by this, or the choreographer. Somebody was inspired by The Wiz. Even if they weren't, it was just absolutely beautiful. I love it. Okay, so the next thing that I really, really, really loved, I know you're like, you love everything. I'm trying to give you like specific moments, different details of what moments that just stood out to me. This is another moment that stood out to me. So on Break My Soul, she did like a mix, like a sample of the Jackson 5 Shake Your Body Down. Like it, it was, at first it took me a while to figure out. I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds familiar. See, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. And I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds like Michael. And it was, it was Michael. And by the time I realized it, she started switching into the Break My Soul remix of the of the Madonna sample. I believe they started voguing on the stage. And I think I tried to do something, but I'm like, so on Break My Soul, this is the moment where a huge horse, a huge horse came out of the stage, like huge, colossal size horse came out on the stage, and it was just sitting there. It was like this huge figure of a horse, not an actual horse. That would be insane if there was an actual giant horse. That would be like, Beyonce, how did you get a giant horse? But she's Beyonce, so she can make it happen if she wanted to. And then she did Formation. Everybody knows Formation. After Formation, she did Run the World Girls. She did that. Everybody was going crazy over that as well as they were for Formation, just going wild, singing the songs, dancing. Blue Ivy did make an appearance. And when she made her appearance, I didn't even know it. Okay. Everybody just started screaming. They just start screaming. Now, mind you, we are up high, right? You know, every now and then I will zoom in on my camera to look, whatever. But this time around, I think I had my phone in my pocket because I wanted to experience it, right? So everybody just starts screaming, going wild. And I'm just looking like, what is going on? Why is everybody screaming? I'm like, what is Jay-Z? Did Jay-Z show up? And then our sister's like, it's blue, it's blue. I'm like, oh. And then I take my camera and I zoom in and I look at the screen. I'm like, oh, there she is. She was out. She was dancing. She had on this army fatigue outfit and she was getting it right along with the other dancers. Okay. She fit right in and she looked like she was focused. She was into it. Okay. Oh, she came out on Black Parade. So Beyonce, she was sitting on top of like this silver tank that was rolling down the stage. This child was not struggling. This child did not look like she didn't want to be there. She looked like she wanted to be there, and she did one hell of a job. So if anybody has anything to say, how about you try to go out in front of thousands, thousands and thousands of people on a stage and see how well you'll do. See how well you will do. Beyonce is doing some great work with her, whatever Blue decides to do, whatever, but she has the foundation to be amazing. That's all I got to say. My niece was there watching Blue Ivy on this stage, and she was just so excited to see this little girl who's close to her age just doing this wonderful thing in front of all these people. And I just think that's so great. That was one of the highlights of the evening for sure when Blue Ivy came out. And honestly, the yelling, like I had to close my ears. I had to cover my ears. It was just so loud when she came out. Like people were literally losing it. Like the sounder meter or the louder meter, whichever one it is, it was to the roof. Okay. That crowd loved Blue Ivy out there. Let me just say that. They went wild. After Blue Ivy left, and after Beyonce rolled herself back to the back of the stage on her little silver tank, they came back out for the song Church Girl. They're making me want to like dance like them. And I'm just like, I'm like trying to do all the like I'm trying. I'm trying. Like I don't care what nobody think. Actually, probably nobody was even watching me because we all watching Beyonce. So I'm just like, I'm just doing stuff while trying to sing the song and then it was wild. It was wild. Okay, so speaking of dancing, the next song she did was Get Me Body. Okay, like that's another one. That is another one where you have to dance. Like you have to move. Like you have to move to that one. Like I was doing some stuff. I don't even know what I was doing. After Get Me Body, this is where the track list for me gets a little tiny hazy because this is where we start to leave from our seats. We had already left and we started to go down and watch from the other levels while we were working our way towards the exit. But towards the end, I didn't get a large chunk, and I'll tell you which songs I didn't get. But I'm just gonna go through the ones that I did get while we were leaving. I believe one of the songs was "Sweetest Hangover" by Diana Ross. Honestly, I couldn't really see who was on stage. I just saw three women on the stage, but I didn't see their faces. I don't know. Like I said before, I didn't really pay much attention to the videos online, so I'm not sure what happened with that. I'll probably actually look it up. It was like almost like the Supremes. Another song that I did get a glimpse of that I do know she did was Plastic Off the Sofa. And she was in like this clamshell and there was like this giant disco ball. It was so pretty. And I think she had on like the outfits where like it's a bodysuit with the hands and the nails. It's so cute. And she had like the that was so unique. I believe she did Virgo's Groove in the clamshell too, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and she also did Naughty Girl. That's a song that you have to dance to. You have to move to it. Even if you don't know the lyrics. Like you have to move to it. So another song that I did catch a little bit of was Move. I got a nice little chunk of that performance. I think that was really, really good. And then after Move, she did Heat It. Now, Heat It was super, super cute because she had the robots on the stage with like the little fans and they were moving around her. I thought that was so clever. Who does that? Who has like robots fanning them? Like, only Beyonce. I don't know who else is doing it. I think Heat It was the last clip that I actually got. So I didn't get the following songs. I didn't get Thick. I didn't get All Up in Your Mind. I did not get America Has a Problem. I didn't get Pure Honey, and I didn't get Summer Renaissance. So we missed her when she was on the horse. We didn't see that. I didn't get any footage of her on the horse. I didn't even see her on the horse because we were already out. I think we had already just about left the building. And that makes me a little sad. But it was either wait, stay and see her do all the performances and then end up being there much later than we were already. Like we didn't leave until what was it like 12 or something because we didn't get back home until like 1:30 in the morning. So if we would have stayed even like 30 minutes, we probably would not have gotten home till like 3 o'clock in the morning, if not later than that. The cue that made us really start heading out was when Beyonce, she was like, all right, y'all give it up for the twins. And we was like, oh, gotta go. When she started giving it up for people, it's like, uh-oh, we're getting close to the end. So we started heading out and we were listening to her, as we were heading outside. So another thing that I would like to mention is how I felt physically. I didn't lose my voice. Like there was a lot of screaming. I did not lose my voice because I caught myself. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm gonna need my voice. Let me try not to scream too much. Um, but my feet, so my feet were like on fire. But I'm happy that I did get the memories that I got. And I just want to say this that during the performances, I would look over my phone and actually look at the stage because I didn't want my memory to just be of me recording the experience. You know what I mean? Like I actually wanted to watch it. Like I wanted to be present. And I would get like moments of a song, like the build ups and like the hooks of the song, and then I would put my phone away so that I can enjoy it and then dance and sing along with the music because I didn't just want the whole thing of me just documenting the whole thing and then coming back later and having to relive through the video because I don't remember because I was so busy recording. I didn't want that. This was an amazing experience. I'm very glad that I was able to go. I know not a lot of people were able to go because they did sell out. And like Chicago, like the stadium was packed. People from all backgrounds, from all ages. And it's like all these people came for this one person. Like this one person is able to bring in this massive crowd. And this was just one of the days. Just one of the days. Like my mind is blown by the impact that she has on people. Like how many people are willing to part with their money and to spend time getting dressed, traffic, all of these things just to come spend time with her to enjoy her music and artistry. And it's absolutely amazing. And to think of all of the other cities that she has been to and all the ones that she will go to and all the people who would have gone if they were able to. Like, oh my God, the impact is absolutely amazing. Honestly, I think Beyonce, Prince, Michael Jackson is just on a different level. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we'll see this type of, well, obviously people love Taylor Swift, so Taylor Swift, she can pull in a crowd too. Okay, she was recently here in Chicago as well, and she shut it down. But I'm just saying, like, that level of artistry, I don't think it will be this way going forward. We have so many options as far as music that we listen to. Fan bases can be so split now. Like, a person that you've never heard of can have like serious super fans that support their every move, and you can never even heard of this artist. So like the level of mega superstardom, I don't think we'll ever really see that again, like in the next generations. Like, I think it will be different, but I don't think it would be like this. And I'm happy that I'm able to be at a time where I'm able to see like such an icon as Beyoncé. Like, I never saw Michael Jackson in person. I never saw Prince. I never saw Tina Turner. I never saw Phyllis Hyman. That's another woman that I really, really, I love her music. I never saw Minnie Riperton, obviously, because they were way before my time. But if I was able to, I would have gone to see these people. I never saw Diana Ross, and I still possibly have an opportunity to see her. Never saw Aretha Franklin. And just think about all the massive people who have been around for a long time. Maybe they passed on or they're a little bit older now. They're not really performing like that anymore. And to think that now, this time, we still have an opportunity to see people like Beyonce, I think that's great. And everybody has their own perspective, their own experiences. Also, every city has their own different culture. Every stadium is different. So the stadium, the Soldier Field Stadium, might be different from other places. Like, maybe somewhere else, maybe they had multiple screens for the fans to view. Like ours, we only had that one screen, unfortunately. I don't know if the other screens were broken. So whatever they lacked in the visual category, they made up for in the sound and the pyrotechnics. Did I say that right? One inclusive thing, overall thing that I love about the Renaissance is that it is heavily inspired by house music, and house music originated in Chicago. Okay, let me just say that. Disco influences, R&B, like I said, house, all of that, just amazing. And that's music that I have loved. So I'm happy that Beyonce paid homage to a lot of that post disco era, as well as the disco era, as well as the house era, and all of that. And the Renaissance is a great album overall. I think it's a wonderful album. It's different, and it kind of reminds me of her Dangerously in Love album, which I absolutely love too. It's got like that soulful and twinkly, I don't know if that's a great way to explain it, twinkly, where she's really diving into her vocals, her runs, and just really giving it when it comes to like the harmonies and the ad libs and all of that. Just great. I love it. I had an amazing time. I just want to say thank you for watching this. If you got anything out of this, let me know. If you went to the Renaissance concert, let me know your experience. Were there any similarities between mine and yours? What's your favorite Beyonce song off of the Renaissance album? Let me know. If you saw the concert, if you were there, let me know what part of the concert was your favorite. So if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. And until next time, bye.